Alright, another week has passed, so let's see what the community has come up with. The first suggestion is by Mutant Llama 1, Sprawling Ruins as a biome variant. So, the game already has a few different types of ruins, ocean ruins, trail ruins, and even abandoned villages. However, I think it'd be cool if we also got sprawling urban ruins that look similar to Cataluyuk or Machu Picchu. This would be a biome variant, so we could have plains ruins, desert ruins, jungle ruins, mesa ruins, etc. Its sprawling ruins variant would generate the normal terrain of its biome, with the ruins on top, spread out over the entire biome. We're talking hundreds of blocks worth of cityscape. The ruins could take the form of a variety of concrete, sandstone, and brick buildings, with placed terracotta paths between them. The buildings wouldn't be lit up, so the ruins would be crawling with hostile mobs, even during the day, until you go in and light it. There could even be underground catacombs beneath the ruins, with unique skeleton variants, traps, and loot. That True Pro 75 wrote in the comments, I love the idea. These feel like biomes that actually should be rare, rather than biomes like the mangrove forest. I feel like we should only have one variant, however, and the mesa is a perfect one to do it with. It could also have a rare structure within it, similar to a trial chamber, that contains a new weapon. The OP responded, I think that'd be a good role for the catacombs. Perhaps a weird weapon like a Mokutil or Atlat? The next suggestion is by Several K 1954. Frostwalker should prevent slipping on ice. You'd be able to run on ice the same way you do on the other blocks. Maybe you would still gain the jump speed boost though. Mr. Sniffles wrote, the faster jump sprinting on ice is because ice has less friction. Now, I totally expect the dev team of Minecraft has now to actually be able to code around this, but honestly, I don't even really see the point on having the enchantment work as anti-slip. It's hardly an inconvenience. The next suggestion is Fletching tables as a better way of crafting arrows and fireworks by Epifrito1304. Fireworks and firework stars are pretty complex items, and having a workstation dedicated to them would help introduce a lot of new players to the system. Since fireworks can be fired off crossbows in the same way as arrows, I figured it would make sense to combine their crafting processes into the Fletching table. I've been thinking of how I would combine the UI of both systems into one, but arrows and firework stars have pretty different ingredients that would be hard to correlate. So maybe you would be able to switch between the arrow UI and a firework UI with the press of a button. That might be too forced. The arrow UI would provide a way to modify an arrow's tip to iron nuggets, prismarine, amethyst, or whatever arrow tip options they add. Maybe even purely cosmetic, colored arrows. Sounds fun for multiplayer. I don't have a lot of ideas for this specifically. Each item would be able to tip 16 arrows, so you need 4 copies of them to craft a stack of tipped arrows. You'd also be able to add different effects to arrows, such as making them spectral arrows, potion tipped arrows. Each lingering potions would tip a stack of arrows. Perhaps resin arrows that paralyze mobs for a brief moment? There's a lot of potential here. Back to fireworks. The only change made would be making fireworks star be more intuitive to craft and more efficient. 8 slots for dice, that could visual representation of the colors, 1 for the explosion, 2 for the extra effects. I don't know how to come to this post. I might make a concept for the UI in the future. Hazeril commented, stun effects would be quite OP in PvP. Being unable to act for even a second can be a death sentence already. And the last suggestion is new biome idea, Wasteland, by Comfortable Copy 507. Wasteland is a biome devoid of all life, with jagged rock formations, and any water sources have been dried up. A new ore called sulfur can be found here. Sulfur can be used for many things, most notably being used as an item for armor trim and used to make more powerful TNT. Color for armor trim would be more yellow than gold. a bright yellow. The ground can consist of a mix of the two new blocks, brimstone and scoria. And the only type of vegetation that can be found is a dead bush. The weather is similar to a desert biome, with no rain. Within the wasteland, structural ruins can be found, houses, watchtowers, etc. No passive, neutral or hostile mobs will spawn here. Felsarius wrote, Scorcia might be cool. I'm curious about brimstone, seeing as it's literally another word for sulfur. Is it a block crafting from sulfur? Regardless, natural yellow blocks could be a neat addition. And there you have it. These are some of the best ideas of the week. If you are interested in what Mojang did in the April Fool's snapshot and what the community thought about it, please check out this video.